I gotta tell this story. It's ladies' night. You guys brought it up. This is not my fault, but I have to tell you a story. Guys, I just want you to understand something before I start the story. These are supposed to have a giant straw, but I didn't have a giant straw. So I'm 100% gonna end up fucking spilling this all over myself tonight. Just wait for it, because at some point this is gonna come plummeting all over me. So, alright guys, story time. God, man. To the young lady out there who this story is about, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say your name. I don't even remember it. But if you ever see this and you remember it, I am sorry. I just didn't know how to handle it. So, I went on this date, right? And this was years back. Can't believe I'm telling this story. Literally thousands of people are gonna see this eventually. This is so bad. I have to tell you guys though. So basically, I go on this date with this girl, this bartender. I met her at a bar. Got her number, ended up meeting up with her to go out on this date. I take her out to we went to like a little concert, and then like a pool hall. Met a couple of her friends up, and everything's going good. You know, we're having kind of a fun night. Everything's cool, right? She gets real drunk. I'm positive I'm gonna score. So we get back in my truck to go home, and right before we leave, right, I started noticing this like really weird stench. This really weird stench. And I was thinking to myself, like, what is that? You know, I thought, I don't know, it was a bad smell, right? And we get in my truck, and I'm driving her home back to my house, and I start thinking, like, every now and then I'm smelling that smell again, right? And I'm like, man, like, it smells like sewage, like. And I started thinking, like, man, like, did one of us step in dog shit or something? Like, it was bad. It was real, like, toxic, like worse than dog shit, like rank. It was this horrible smell, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, at first I thought it was something in the club, like I thought it was something in this bar, but now I'm smelling it in my truck, and I'm like, it's coming in and out, so I'm like, man, it must just be something's weird. I don't know, something weird is going on, right? Something weird's going on. So so I get this young lady back to my house, and we go inside, and we go in my bed, and like, she's wanting to fool around, but she was really, really drunk, and I was like, nah, I'm not. It's not that I'm, would never engage in that situation. It's just in this particular situation, this girl was like blacked out, and I was like, man, I just don't, I can't do this. Like, I don't feel right. Like, so I just like, hey, listen, you're really drunk right now. It's the first time that we had hung out, and I was just like, she's blacked out, right? So I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. Let me just get you some water. Let me get you to sleep. So, I put her in my bed, and I get her to sleep. I go to sleep, man, and I wake up the next morning, right? And I wake up, and we start, when you first wake up, you start moving around and stuff. Hey, good morning, you had fun last night, yeah. And all of a sudden, we're laying there, and I notice I smell that smell again. What is that, man? But like, it was one of those situations where I didn't want to say anything, you know what I mean? Because like, if she was farting or something, I didn't want to embarrass her, you know what I mean? Like, it's happened to me too. I've got the bubble guts before, so I didn't want to embarrass her. So there I am, just laying in my bed, just laid back, chilling. She's like, I got to get up, and go. And her car was at my house, fortunately. This is why I say fortunately, because so she gets up and she starts, well, see, she stands up, right? And she was wearing white, like, cut-off booty shorts the night before, right? She's wearing these white cut-off booty shorts, okay? She stands up, starts putting her shirt on, and I shit you not, there is a big-ass streak of diarrhea going down the back of those white booty shorts. She shit herself and slept in my bed all night in those shitty white shorts. That's my story. Whew. I told y'all tonight at some point I was going to spill this on myself. Just totally spilled this on myself.